This is Nick Douglas for Adventures of a Sailor Girl, safely back on the dock after heading off from the Cronulla Sailing Club to intercept the fleet for the 77th edition of the Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race. Nev, we tried to commentate, but we didn't get the pleasure of making it happen. We were so far offshore, mate.
Yeah, we were really a long way offshore. We obviously had to chase out, get the vision, and boats with the northerly airstream, they were just a long way out. I think maybe 15, 16, maybe 17 nautical miles offshore, so it was a long way.
We were so far out when we started to turn around to come back in. I think we motored back for an hour and a half, something like that, from offshore, which meant we intercepted all of the small boats as well, which was delightful.
No, it was good, and it was good to see the the different courses of the the different types of boats, the fat boats and then the skinny boats. Good to see what they're doing.
Yeah, I think it was interesting actually, because there were a lot of boats to me that should be running higher modes and a lot of boats that were not maybe running lower modes. And I think this race very much is going to be about what mode you pick when, and you've mentioned quite a bit out there today that it's a trimmer's race probably because of the...
100%.
Yeah.
The guys that were doing the best were the ones, luff of the spinnakers were active, they weren't in a safe mode, they were in a fast mode. And good obviously relationship, good comms between the steerers and the trimmers, and they're going to be tired, they're going to work hard, but they're going to get the reward.
I think you're absolutely right there, and we have still got a lot of vision to come. We may not have gone, well, we tried to go live. We were live, it wasn't successful.
Yeah, we thought we were.
We thought we were. And thank you so much for your work. But I have to say that it was really interesting for me seeing some of the TP52s with they're four-headed. Essentially.
Yeah, amazing.
That was nuts.
Spinnaker and three headsails,
Yeah.
They're just putting everything up, including the washing, I think, and they're just, it's going to be a fast race, and I think everybody knows it's going to be a fast race. I think the crews are excited, and the good teams, I think they're just, they're just giving it everything, and a short, sharp, brutal attack at sailing their boat to Hobart.
Fantastic, and as we leave you now, there are currently 12 boats ahead of record pace. Whether they can hold that overnight, I'm not sure, but it is meant to get windier from here. So if they can hold their boats together, we may well see that record fall. So we'll have to see what happens.
Well, obviously it's going to be interesting. I was impressed. Comanche, she's just gorgeous and she's off and doing her thing. But I was impressed to see the Oats not getting sucked in, sailing the more of her angles. And look, wow, it's going to be amazing to see how this race unfolds, and might be good for you to do a little mid-race interview with Roger.
Yeah, we'll have to do that, definitely.
See what he thinks.
See what he thinks.
Show on the map, say they're here, what do you think's going to happen? When he starts laughing at him, you go, no, they're in the wrong spot.
No, they're in the wrong spot, we'll say Clouds. And a big thank you to Clouds. He's been keeping us in the loop so that we can be on top of those forecasts as well. But, I mean, that start was just so action-packed as well. I mean, we saw turns and the like. It wasn't surprising that when we got offshore, it was a lot rougher than we were ready for, and a bit windy maybe.
100%.
Yeah.
But it was good. I mean, it's great to see all these boats banging down. Interesting how evolution is coming. Like, it almost was a joyful surprise to see a coloured spinnaker.
Yay!
These days. It used to be a cloud of colour as they'd come down the coast, and now they're all using, A sails and like code zeros and
black and white.
Yeah, it's kind of not quite as pretty as it used to be, but when you go back in the pack, some of the older boats, and you start seeing these beautiful the colours coming up.
There was a yellow one on Cassiopeia, our Hungarian friends. Big shout out to them. That looked absolutely glorious. But we have so much more vision to come, and I have to say a massive thanks to Nev for his time today, as well as our whole team. We had Wendell and Marine out for the start, so we have more vision coming from that as well. And the Cronulla Sailing Club, I think if we can pan to the left and you can have a beautiful view of this incredible yacht club and this facility here. This club has been supporting me in my coverage for quite a number of years now, and it's perfectly positioned so that we can intercept the fleet after the start when we are not able to go live for the start as such. So we do grab plenty of vision of the start, and I have to say that I just love hanging out here too. So we might have to go and have a little beverage upstairs. You can have a soda water, Nev. I'll shout you one.
Well, you're so kind, so kind.
Oh, indeed. We'll be back soon with plenty more action from our coverage of the 77th edition of the Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race, powered by Musto.